Okay, we are back at it with the Moto Verde amateur class. These guys are mixed together, MX1 and MX2, but scored separately. We'll get them underway. Who's going to get the whole shot? That is a terminology for the rider around the first corner. Who comes first? That's what happens if the cloud of dust as Luke comes out. Oh, Luca Pegg in the middle there, getting a bit of a huckabuck. I'm sure that was Luca Pegg. That's not good for him. He is the MX2 championship leader, and I'm sure he did the classic high side. It got away from it, back end broke out, and then it bit back, and down he went. We'll be able to get confirmation on that when they come round on the first lap, as they sort themselves out. A few riders going off track. Of course, the ruling kind of thing is as long as you enter the track, do it safely. As long as you don't pull in front of another rider or gain position, then you're good to go. So we get these guys sorted out on the opening lap. We refresh the timing will refresh in a moment. Track is in good nick. The wind is drying out quick. The sun's starting to come out. But as I said before, Justin will be absolutely on his A game with the watering. As you can see, the Bowser is there, ready to go. Full tank of water, ready between motos to splash it down on the circuit. While these guys sort themselves out, it'd be always a good opportunity to catch up with what's going on the track from our race director. But not only that, basically the whole championship series organizer, Paul Irwin. Paul, good to get you in here because obviously busy old time out on track. We're just gone past the halfway stage of the MX Nationals this year, Michelin MX Nationals powered by Milwaukee. We all know the effort and stuff that goes into it. How's it going for you? You know, the series and whatever. We've done many good things. Straight rhythm last night. Are you happy with where we're at the halfway stage?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much going to plan. There's always challenges every year, but we've had 3 good rounds so far. I think this one's going pretty well. So, you know, it looks, the racing's good, the track's holding up. The wind's not helping today, but we're keeping the dust under control. There's a lot of water gone down. So far, the championship's going to plan. Yeah,
which it is. I mean, you know, we got some good things going on. As we said, last night's straight rhythm, I mean, that was a lot of fun. Challenging in its own right. Is that something we're going to look to do more of? I know we've done one each year for the last few years, but seems like a popular addition to the series to do, you know, in the middle of the summer and make a bit of a special event in the evening for everybody here in the crowd.
Yeah, it started as a lot of fun, and it'd be nice to turn it into a 3 or 4 round series. It's difficult to build a straight rhythm. It's not easy to build a straight that long with some technical jumps in it. We're lucky that Justin can do that for us here. The challenge is taking that somewhere else. We'll do it every year that we're here, and you know, we're looking at other venues that we can do it. There's certainly a demand, but you know, the riders, every time they do it, they love it. You see the smiles on their face, and yeah, I'd love to make more of a thing of it, make it more of an event. The farm bikes, they were
they were fun. Well, I thought they were great. I had a lot of fun calling them.
Yeah, but it started as fun, and you know, yeah, we've got to turn it into, just keep building on it, really.
Yeah, well, basically like the series itself, you know, we're coming up to the 10th year, believe it or not. Do you feel, yeah, the look on your face when I said that. It's like, has it gone quick? Has it gone long? I mean, judging by your reaction, it's probably gone, God, it's happened that quick. Here we are, like 9th year. It'll be the 10th year next year. So
when we started the series, it was always about building something sustainable. Happy that we've managed to do that. Yeah, 10 years has gone in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
There's a lot of memories being created. We've been all over the country to fantastic venues. We've learnt so much about running motocross events. Yeah, I think back how long I've been coming racing. I started racing age 7, 52 tomorrow, and it's.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
Oh, he's got the nod. He's got a bit more mileage in him, and like he's trumped me there. He's got an extra 3 years of me in the game. That's the thing. Yeah. I've got a few more questions to ask you, but we'll come back in a minute because I'm going to give Niall Cregan some kudos because he basically, not only did he get the Planet Moto First Lap Leader Award, so that's a point for him, he is looking mighty fine out there. He's not, basically it's a name that Niall, we haven't seen him running near the front much at all this year. I'm not sure if he's wild carding, but he's not registered on the timing as a wild card. Don't remember calling Niall's name out too much, but he's clearly enjoying himself around here today. He's pulling out a nice lead. Nearly 6.5 seconds over Callum Gordon. Callum Gordon took his first race win in last time out at Ling, wire to wire. So the family were made up of that. Confidence is going good because Niall is leading the MX2 category, and in the MX1 category here in the Moto Verde amateur class, Callum Gordon is leading the way. So there you go. They're like buses. You take a race win, confidence goes up, and more follow. So let's give you the top running order of the amateur MX2 class first. Niall Cregan is in the lead ahead of Sean Springer. Then Jack Seaborn making a comeback, which is good to see him out there. Harry Fletcher is in 4th ahead of Archie Hicks. Then it's Ricky Carter for 6th. 7th is Lewis King London. Then it's Dan Bruff. Dan's got some work to do down there in 8th. Then it's Josh Bassett, Luca Pegg. So that was Luca Pegg that crashed on the first corner for 10th. Ryan Tanner is in 11th ahead of Harry Barker and Harry Foster. Then it's Lewis Glynn. Logan Wilcox is 15th. 16th is Keelan Southwood. Then it's Callum Watson for 17th. In the amateur MX1 class, brought to you by Moto Verde, it's Callum Gordon leading the way ahead of number 4, Harry Bradley. You saw Harry doing our onboard camera action at the opening of the show. Billy Wynn is in 3rd ahead of Josh Greedy. Ryan Adder is 5th ahead of Aaron Gardner. 7th is David Rushton. Then it's Joshua McCorkle in 8th, going down the list actually, not good for him. John Kirk is currently in 9th. Ryan Osborne for 10th. Then it's Paul Atkinson, Ross Millard, and last year's Clubman MX1 champion, Alex Christopher, moving up to the amateurs. That's a perfect link to ask you this next question, Paul. Something that the MX Nationals have done differently, of course, and you, having been a rider at high level and whatever, you've worked really hard, the team have worked really hard in trying to build a structure as we go along to develop riders. So by adding the amateur class, the expert class, it seems to be working really well. There we got like Alex Christopher won it, moved it up. We've got a rule in place that if you win 2 back-to-back championships in any class, obviously other than the pros and the youth, you've got to move up. So that seems to be working. We're getting riders moving through the system. Yeah,
the amateur class has proved to be really, really successful, and they're actually really quick when you look at their lap times. There's a lot that could progress to expert quite comfortably. There's a few clubmen that move up and try their hand, and some of them get on really well, some of them don't. But it's nice to be able to see that there's progression for everyone. You know, if someone's having a good year, they can take the next step. Harry Bradley will almost certainly be expert next year. You look at his lap times, he's quick enough to be top 6 in the experts at most events.
Yeah, so you guys keep an eye on that, and then we evaluate and put where riders, so that way we kind of end up with decent racing as well, because we're kind of filtering them into the speed category of where they should be, and not them necessarily saying, oh, I'm a clubman and doing the classic, like I'll stay down in that and do a bit of sandbagging. We're like, come on, no, you should be in this class, and away it goes.
Yeah, we don't know every single rider that signs up for the series. We've now got a lot more history, so we know a majority of them. But if someone really quick signed up to be in the clubman and was walking it every week, we would tell them they've got to go up.
Yeah, we
want as close and fair racing as possible. Sometimes you get local legends at certain tracks that can ride sand, but not hardback. But yeah.
I laugh. The reason I laugh is because, like, back in our day with GPs, where you'd suddenly have, like, you go to a Dutch GP and you'd have, like, Gert Van Backdoor suddenly come from nowhere and be topping qualifying. Yeah. But that's a good, obviously. So that's a big thing with the MX Nationals compared with a lot of the other championships around Europe and in the UK. Also, the sport recently, it's not been all straightforward. We're losing some tracks. Tracks are getting harder to find. We've got the electric movement starting to come. That's obviously a few years away from it yet. But venues, this series has grown so big just by the number of competitors even that is great that we got so many riders, but it causes problems in other ways in finding venues. I mean, we literally get into a stage where we are filling a paddock, we're cramming them in here. So finding new venues is not an easy task, is it?
No, unfortunately it's one of the limitations of running quite a big series. We need a lot of parking, we need a fair bit of infrastructure, and that narrows the choice down. There's a lot of really nice tracks that we physically just can't fit everybody in. So we're constantly on the search for new venues. We've got a couple that we're looking at for next year. The next round is a new venue. But we never stop looking. We don't want the series to just keep going to the same track year after year. We'd like to mix it up a little bit.
Are you in a position to tell us more about the next round? We know obviously there's. Well, I know it, you know, because you're doing it. But are we in a position to sort of say a little bit more about it at this stage, or are we just holding fire a little bit longer?
Yeah,
putting you straight on the spot. It's like question time here. You're going to get grilling on it.
At the moment, it's still planned to be near a venue near Oxford. There's a few hoops to jump through at the moment to all make it happen, but the track build should start in the next week. The plan is to do a straight rhythm there as well, but yeah, we'll start releasing more details hopefully over the next week or two.
Yeah.
As soon as we're on site, we'll start to do some videos, show you what it's like.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I'm sure I'll be up there doing some of them. And then, of course, we finale this year's championship at Hawkstone. Just recently did another kind of bespoke event off the side of the MX Nationals, all run by the team. You laid on an event called the Weekend Warriors, where we just kind of opened the venue up to exactly that. Weekend Warriors, clubman riders, amateur riders that don't always necessarily race our series, but they could have the opportunity to come along and ride Hawkstone at the weekend. It wasn't a race event, but it was a great event nonetheless. Yeah,
Hawkstone's an iconic circuit, and there's tons of riders that have never got a chance to ride there. We get on well with the Salop Club, and they kindly let us hire it out for a practice day, and it fills up very, very quickly. The demand to go and ride that circuit is immense. So yeah, we had 2 really fun days, really good atmosphere, a lot of people saying how much they enjoyed it. We had a father and son that got a chance to ride around there together.
And they'd never ridden there?
Never ridden there.
Oh, that's awesome.
The father's been there since probably the last 30 years and always wanted to ride. And he got a chance to ride around with his son and was over the moon about it.
So is that, again, maybe too early to say, but it went really well? Is that something that potentially, like the Weekend Warriors concept, is that something that you'll look at to do again next year, or maybe even more than one?
Yeah, I'd like to. It's easy at Hawkstone because there's a
pool there.
Yeah, there's a pool to get riders to ride there. You can't do it at every track. It's got to be a special track for it to work. But yeah, it's great. You know, we see a whole new audience of riders. A lot of them were, they're very amateurs. There was, I think, 80% of the riders that signed on don't have a license.
No way, is that right?
Yeah.
There you go then. So it just goes to show how many people are out there but not necessarily coming out and racing.
Yeah, there's over 400 riders over the weekend, and to have that many that don't have a license, let's bring them to a good event, show them some good tracks, and hopefully some more of them come racing. That's
great stuff. And have you got, a short version? I suppose you can't answer it in detail, but where are you at in your mind, in your head, and with Dad Neil? Every year, I suppose, we have discussions and conversations now, about ways to improve the series. Where you're at with next year? What are you looking at? What you're thinking of? It's a 10th year. You got to try and do something special. You got to try and stick to the same formula, or just literally, as always, let's have an off-season, talk, discuss, and seek ways to improve it. I guess that's the thing. Every year, try and look at ways to make it a bit different, and so it doesn't get stagnant. Yeah, feels like now we're kind of getting down to the details. It's the small details that we can improve on. I don't think we're a long way off with the structure. There's always things that we would like to do, but
the series has got a great following, and you can never keep everybody happy. But I think we keep the majority riders want to keep coming back. So to change it too far, I think we would change the series.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Well, I'm going to hopefully, I'm looking forward to the conversations about that, because the series has been, as I said, 9 years, just evolved all the time, growing and growing. Of course, with the help of some incredible partners, Michelin. I mean, obviously you'll have something to say about that. Without the guys like Michelin and Milwaukee, it just doesn't happen, does it?
No, Michelin have been with us since day one. They've been superb support. We certainly wouldn't be here without them. They're invaluable to us. So. And we've got a lot of support now, and we need all their help to continue to grow the series, continue to build new tracks, and hopefully give everyone a good race meeting.
Yeah, well, I think most people in the paddock would certainly say that, because we're getting pretty much full lineups in most classes at every round. So well done to yourself, to your dad, to the whole team and everybody that pulls together the Michelin MX Nationals, powered by Milwaukee. I suppose we better let you get back out there as race director. You're normally out there in the infield getting covered in dust and mud.
Yeah,
we managed to drag you in here for a moment. That's the other thing. See, you're actually running the series, but you're hands-on. You're not like swanning around with a nice suit on, looking all sharp. You're very much hands-on. It's a big deal. And I mean, bottom line is, you and your dad started. You didn't have to start. Oh, wow, who was that going off the side? Just hands come off the handlebar. That was number 99, Billy Wynn. So Billy, God, there you are, look. That's how tough us motocross riders are. Just a little like high speed, get off the side of the track. Classic hand came off the handlebars on landing. Down he went.
He got away with that one.
You've done that. I've done that.
All been there.
We've all been there. Got the T-shirt on that one. Yeah. So all I can say is, everybody, thanks for the obviously brilliant hard work, and long may we look forward to, as we come into the 10th year, to many more.
Yeah, no. Thanks to the team that work with us. We've got a very small team of people, but they work long hours, and they do a lot of work at these weekends. So couldn't do it without them.
It's a pleasure. It's all good. We'll let you get back out there. That was our race director and series manager and promoter, Paul Irwin. Here we go, then. We're going to wind this one down. We got Niall Cregan still in the lead. He's having a great ride. Niall, obviously, sorry we didn't give you too much mention of airtime, but it was great to get Paul in here to get an insight of where we're at with the Michelin MX Nationals, where we've been up to this point, where we're going. Potentially new venues are being earmarked. Basically, loads of progressive, positive things to say about the Michelin MX Nationals. I'll be interested to see what the next venue is going to look like. As we said, details of that is going to be released soon.
Is this
you're on, dude?
Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle. That's your turn.
Is it?
Yeah, I just spoke to Mitch Best.
Oh right, yeah, cool.
There you go.
Sorry, I was just watching a video about an ant colony nest thing. I was on it. I've been busy. I've been busy.
I can tell you've been busy educating yourself while I've been talking to Paul.
I get excited by stuff like that.
Yeah.
Weird, but
what, ant colonies?
Well, they poured metal into it. And
that one. Yeah,
cool,
I've seen it. That's good. Niall Cregan is leading the way. You're going to go and speak to him. Here he is. I like Niall's thing going on here. He's doing that kind of full privateer thing.
Yeah,
no graphics, no sponsors. Thank you very much. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I'll go out and win anyway.
So we've got hit. How far behind is Harry now? 2 seconds back.
Yeah, but obviously Niall's leading. Yeah, basically Niall's leading the 250, Harry the 450. Okay. So regards of whoever's going to win the race, well,
I like the whole amateur American number thing going on as well. 9:45. It's like,
I think he's going to get it done. You better go and grab him, because we're on. Judging by, maybe not. No, maybe it's going to be the one lap board this time around.
I think there'll be a This will
so
be the
Harry
last lap.
might win the race, but he's got to get past Niall first, and it's a shame because Niall's, like I said, we had Paul in here, Erwin, talking about him, so I haven't given Niall too much love, but he's getting it now. Can he make the winner's circle, or is your man, your mate, Harry Bradley, going to
Harry did deliver us a nice sausage roll this morning. Yeah. And then you went off and got another sandwich as well, but we're not.
Well, I'm well catered for. Yeah. Got my food unit here.
So Harry, I mean, he's had a good season, hasn't he, Harry?
Very good.
We got him obviously to do the track laps as well. So Harry works for SM Pro. So anyone who's getting their SM Pro wheels and they're ringing up to order them from the factory, he's the man on the other end of the phone.
Right.
More than likely.
Well, this is going to be interesting because Niall, I'm sure he'd love to get in the winner's circle. And not like, judging by the look of his bike, he's got no sponsors to thank.
No.
But he credit to him, he's led from the whole race.
Because like it's been a bit of a Harry Bradley show. This race, hasn't it?
So from a neutral point of view, I kind of hope that Niall holds on to this so we can get to speak to him.
Yeah,
because
we
we've spoke to Harry enough times this year. He's done enough winning.
Well, we've told him he needs to go up to experts next year.
Yeah, but Paul just said it in here. In the
but you know what? Like he hasn't been sandbagging. He just has had a really good year. Like last year, he was nowhere. Yeah, like he really struggled last year a lot.
But that's what we were just talking about, the structure of the MX Nationals and how you can genuinely pick a class, and if you're too good for that class, you've got another class to go into.
That's exactly it. Like Harry, he changed a lot of things in his life. He found himself a good woman.
That always helps.
Nice, stable environment. I think he's just comfortable, and he obviously has shown in his riding. He started getting a lot better. But for the moment, I think Niall is going to pip him. However, they're not racing each other.
No, that's where they are, but they're not.
He still wants to win.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll still be very annoyed that he hasn't.
Yeah. But here we go. You better go and grab Niall then. So here we go. He's going to go out and speak to, he's going to get it done. So Niall Cregan is going to win this Moto Verde Amateur Mixed Class MX1, MX2. Nice one, Niall. It's going to be the first chance we're going to speak to him. Somebody's made up. Is that his Tad or somebody down there? Double fist bump. You'll see Callum come into the shot in a minute. We're going to grab him and get him over to winner's circle. We're going to go to a quick ad while Callum hunts him down.
I'm here with Niall Cregan. Mate, that was a bit different, wasn't it? Where did the speed come from, mate?
Yeah, just find my rhythm. Obviously, haven't been here before yesterday, and sort of all coming to me now. I like that type of track. Obviously, back home with nothing like that, but it just takes a wee while to gel, and well, there's a result.
Is there nothing that even replicates that at home, like track-wise?
No. It's all sort of hard pack, stony, no ruts. So it's definitely different coming here,
He puts a lot of work into the track, and I think obviously it would be stony and, and blue groove, but they really do work the track. Mate, that was phenomenal. Is there anyone you want to thank?
Just my mum and dad and my girlfriend's here as well, Pipboard. We've been stuck without them all, so that's all.
We were saying you've gone for the no sponsor look, if you're not helping me, you're not on the bike sort of thing. So we want to get a title sponsor on here, guys. So here we are, Niall Cregan. Right, well done.
Okay, welcome back. This is the Moto Verde Amateur MX1, MX2 combined.
Well, that was some words from the Thunder Down Under there, wasn't there?
Yeah, fun. Yeah, we're gonna name him that. Well, he is. I mean, he was today.
Amazing.
He was today.
Really good.
He was absolutely brilliant. Getting it done, taking 2 moto wins. Here we go then. 5-second board turns round. That means gate drop with any time within 5 seconds. Gate's going to go down now for the amateur Moto Verde MX1, MX2 category. Looks like Josh Greedy nearly with the whole shot. Is it? No, I don't think, not quite. Looks like...
well, Josh Greedy went through on his head the race before, so better stop. Better start from
Harry
him.
Bradley making a better one.
Yeah. Who else we got up there? Oh, look, we've got a Suzuki. Nice. Nice. That's what we like. I think that's Gary Pottinger's bike. I think he's got someone out there.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
him wandering around. He's got the Wolf Sport Suzuki team, hasn't he? So I saw him out there. He's pretty. He wants me to ride it. He was like, "You need to ride my bike." His Welsh accent.
It was. Big
old crash there.
Somebody getting it all wrong off the side of the track there. And then as it causes a little bit of a knock-on effect where people try to avoid him. I think that's John Kirk. It could be John Kirk, or was John Kirk in the lead, I think, number 15. But he's already been overtaken by, it was John Kirk.
Harry's got a good old start to this one, so he's out front early. That's more like it, isn't it? From H, that's where he's going to want to be.
Somebody losing both feet sliding off both foot pegs.
So Josh Greedy, that's younger brother of Ashley Greedy, who we saw in the expert class.
Yeah, expert. He's out in the next race, actually. So Josh, the younger brother, guys.
People getting caught out with a slick track still. No, it was just back there.
But Harry Bradley looks like he's on track to get this done as regards of the first lap leader award anyway.
He's got to be pretty close. 200%, no.
He's had a few. He's certainly in the top 5. I think he's on 5 or 4. So he's had a fair few.
So Harry seems to get a really good start or a really bad one. There's not sort of any middle ground for him.
Here they come up to the line. There's Harry Bradley is going to get your Planet Moto first lap leader award. Is going to be Harry Bradley. Another point to him. There he is.
Yep. I mean, obviously, if you want to know what Planet Moto is all about as well, it's Spanish motocross holidays. They get your bike there. There's some of the best tracks in Europe. Obviously, in Spain, they've got Red Sands, all that down there. And you tell them.
Well, they've got a Planet Moto ride day for those of you that want to go and check what they do at Moto 101. Which is up there in, what's it, Cambridgeshire? No, Lincolnshire.
Nottingham, Lincoln, on that sort of Grantham, I think it is. Yeah.
So on July the 22nd. So everybody's welcome. Go and find out more about the holidays. Have a ride.
And
meet the guys at Max. Yeah,
mate.
Yeah.
Ryan's just redone that whole track. Have you seen like the 101 sign? Looks like the Hollywood sign.
Ryan,
amazing.
Ryan Wilson from Moto 101 and Dirty does a great job. Obviously, with the series as well, he's involved with this new app that's going to launch soon. So basically, Dirty is like you can go online and you can book to go racing and practicing. And a new app like that, he's working on it. And we've come up with the Dirty Hard Charger Award with him. So basically what that is, we don't award it on the day because we've got to go through all the analytics after the race. And then we work out in these categories, youth, then we've got adults, as in clubmen, amateur, experts, and then the pro class. So 3 categories. We work out which rider made the most positions in a race over the weekend. So basically we get some good riders that will crash on the opening lap and like come through and pass like 38 riders or something stupid.
Could we maybe create a Dirty Soft Rider award? And then that would be I could win that week in, week out.
The rider
who's lost the most positions.
Who's lost the most positions.
Yeah. Why not?
Absolutely. Be a shoe-in, wouldn't you?
It would be a shoe-in. Oh, look, your beautiful woman's bringing you more food.
Oh, thank you.
Some more food. God, you've got it good, haven't you? So, Harry Bradley still leading the way. We're going to get the live timing going, and they've just crossed the line. Let me just refresh this, actually, because I think that might be slightly different. There we are. So, Niall Cregan, Irishman. Running the no sponsors look. I did say, right, come on guys, let's get some, we need a title sponsor on this bike, so maybe next time he's going to have something on there. But the 945 of Niall Cregan is there. He's leading the way in Amateur MX2. Behind him, we've got the 807 of Luca Pegg. Logan Wilcox is in 3rd. Dan Broth is in 4th. 5th is Ryan Tanner. 6th is Ricky Carter. 7th, Sean Springer. 8th, Lewis King London. And 9th, Lewis Glynn. 10th, Harry Foster. Good to see Sean Springer back. Bit of a wild card. He's been trying to find his feet again, I think, hasn't he? I think he had a bit of time off. So Jeff's filling his face. I just asked him a question, and it's all good, mate. You eat, please. Listen, you eat your dinner. I'll be angry at you if you start talking. I'm going to get mad. I will get cross. You not see me at 10.
Somebody told me, you know, you got to eat little and regular. My trouble is I eat regular and a lot. Yeah, it's good to see, as I said, Niall coming over from Ireland. We have such an amazing contingent of Irish and Scottish riders racing this series. And guys, I can't make any promises. The only thing I can tell you is we are constantly trying to find a way and look at a way of taking the MX Nationals to Ireland and potentially Scotland. Obviously, not making excuses. The last couple of years with Brexit, first Brexit and then COVID and all this kind of thing. And a few other problems thrown our way as well. We haven't been able to get it done yet. But we really do want to try and take this championship one day to Northern Ireland or... he goes down.
No.
Craig.
I thought, you know, Craig, and he was pulling up on Dirty Harry. Then he was getting him. You know, he's piling the pressure on, and you know, Harry's going to have an easy ride now.
Yeah. Going back to that, Harry Bradley setting the Gex fastest lap of this race, at least. Maybe not for the weekend, but certainly in this one. Yeah, I mean, that's something we want to work on. As we had Paul in earlier on, the race director and you know, director of the whole MX Nationals in general, constantly looking at it. We are getting to a point with this championship where we've got so many riders, we're almost outgrowing venues, which is a nice problem to have. But obviously, we're going to find venues to accommodate everybody and make sure they're good enough for nationals. So we're working on that as well.
One track I've always wanted to ride. I've always wanted to ride Desert Martin. Not made it happen yet, but I'm sure at some point I'll get it done.
Yeah, it's a special place. Special place.
It's got that, you know, when you drive in there, it's got that same feeling as when you drive into Hawkstone. You know, that same like, it's like, oh God.
All the presentation.
This is the place.
All the, you know, the white post, everything looks all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got, for me, it's got that same vibe about it. I mean, Hawkstone is a bit more rough and ready because it's very like old school. It almost looks like Victorian, doesn't it, when you're driving in there? It's got this weird presence about it. But yeah, those two tracks for me, they just have something special. But he's working hard now. He's going to pull back up to the back of Greedy there. And they are racing. Are they both?
Yeah.
No, I think Greedy's on the 450.
Yeah, so Greedy's on the 450. Yeah, well, sorry, what I meant.
Yeah.
They're at it. So Niall is, he looks good though, as we said. Many ways, he's just doing it his way. No sponsors, anything like that. Yeah. But over from Ireland,
Not
getting used to the track.
He's a good rider.
Yeah, absolutely.
So amateur MX1, Harry Bradley leads the way. Josh Greedy's there in second. I'm just going to refresh this just to make sure we've got this right. Callum Gordon is in third. Saw him a moment ago. He was trying to get the hammer down. So the 6-1-1, Callum Gordon in third. Fourth, Billy Wynn. Fifth is Ryan Adair. Sixth is John Kirk. Seventh, Adam Gardner. Eighth, David Rushton. Ninth, Joshua McCorkle. And 10th, Ross Millard. So that's the top 10 in amateur MX1. MX2, Niall Cregan, followed by Luca Pegg, Dan Bruff, Sean Springer, Ryan Tranter, Logan Wilcox, Ricky Carter is in 7th, Lewis King London is in 8th, 9th is Archie Hicks, and 10th is Lewis Glynn. So Sean Springer, fastest lap. Okay, so he's still got it in there somewhere. So Sean Springer, he did the series last year. I think he had a bit of a break. I'm not sure what was going down with Sean. Maybe we can catch up with him. Maybe he can come and let us know what was going on. But I know he's had a bit of time away from the sport. Come back. Hey, fastest lap.
Well, I mean, he's come back. He's done Ling. He's done, what other round did he do? Because at Ling...
He's just wild carding, isn't he? He's just building up. Like
he's won races and won...
Yeah.
Been right up there since he's come back. But yeah, he took some time away. Sean lives down there in the southeast. So I think Canada Heights is his regional
I think
track.
At the start of the season, he was just not down. He wasn't into it, was he? And then he just started, you know. Yeah,
but he's come back. And like I said, he's been a front runner at a couple of rounds this year. So, yeah, looking good. Looking good indeed. Yeah, so... This is Harry Bradley's to lose regards of the MX1 category. He's kind of just got a nice enough gap over Josh Greedy
about
in
5
second.
seconds back.
See how easy it is to nearly lose the front end there. Niall nearly lost that. Let's if we can get our race directors to try and find the rider behind Niall, Luca Pegg. Let's give him some love because
let's find the
Niall,
8:07 of Luca Pegg.
Luca Pegg.
There he is.
There he is. Let's get some of him on screen. There he goes, because he has had a tough weekend. He said he couldn't buy a start. He crashed in that first moto today, high-sided it, and I spoke to him very quickly. I saw him between races earlier on, and he's like, if I could just get a decent start, I might be able to stay at the front for a bit, and he's doing that, and he looks like he's actually sort of maybe getting pushed along by Sean Springer, closing in a bit on the riders ahead of him.
I think it's helping him, isn't it? So he's at the moment running in second. Obviously, Niall Cregan got away with the first one. Springer again going faster than anyone else. 2:05 from Sean Springer. That's rapid. So fair play. 2:05. So put that into perspective. Harry Bradley, who's leading the race, is running a 2:07. So Sean Springer is absolutely on the move. He's pulled the pin out, look, and he's looking good, to be fair.
It'll be interesting. I haven't checked all the results from yesterday. Obviously, these guys race out 2 motos, 2 a day over 2.
Yeah, look, Springer's looking good.
He is. In the championship, Luca Pegg coming into yesterday's action. This is not after yesterday's results or this morning's first moto. Luca Pegg had a 12-point lead in the championship ahead of Dan Brough. So, but Dan hasn't had the
he had a good day yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, not too bad. So, I'd like to see where we're at with the championship points when we come out of here at round 4, because it's tight.
Dan at the minute is 4th. So, Luca, if Luca could get the win, that could be a nice buffer. But it does look like Springer. Oh, he's got a spring in his step, hasn't he, right now? The
puns just keep coming. Callum is, I think, spiking now on some kind of energy drink, water, whatever. He's reached his moment today where it's all happening. Expect the big, just nosedive in the last few races when the energy levels drop off. Pretty much, I'm not going to pull you out singly in that. Pretty much like our riding. We're all right for a little while, and then boom.
Well, someone said to me, "What, Callum? Why are you riding so slow yesterday?" And I was like, "Because I need to last 20 minutes. That's why."
Yeah, I think we need to start looking at some kind of just trail riding.
God, I need a 4-lap race or something. No more than that.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
So Luca Pegg, he's got Sean Springer all over him. This is a good battle between the 250 riders, Pegg and Springer. They've had some good battles already this year, but Luca Pegg is a championship leader.
Oh, Springer up the inside. Looking springy, look.
Yeah, nice move. He's nowhere in the championship as him because he's riding. He hasn't registered for the championship, basically. That's what it is. So he rides as a wild card. Therefore,
individual
he's not eligible for the championship points in that sense. So Luca Pegg looking good.
They're just going around the outside of the Supercross track there. They've just ticked off another lap, and we have got 2 minutes and 50 to go. They've already completed 4 laps, so that will be 3 laps to go.
By, again, maths, not really one that I excelled at, I'd have to say. Actually, come to think about it, I don't think I really excelled at too many things.
No, I did not. That's, well, significantly not at school.
English.
Figured it out when I left school.
This is a good one. This is a good battle here. Again, it's not battle for class. These two, Josh is on a 450, and the Irishman.
Yeah, Cregan
is on a 250, but he's leading. Niall is still leading the 250.
Yeah,
class.
but he needs to hang on the back of Josh because Josh is sort of pulling him along a little bit, I think. And because Springer's Springer's coming. Springer's on the move, and he looks good. Springer looks in shape as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like I think, like even looks in better shape than last year. So nice, good to see it.
Yeah, some good racing going on here. We're getting down to the end of this Moto Verde amateur class. Of course, while we do that, I'm going to, because we haven't done it much today. Well, enough in individual ways.
You're right there, mate. So Jeff's just having a coughing fit. It will all be good. Bit of rice gone down the wrong hole. Is that Chinese you've got?
No, it's not.
It smells
it's like
Chinesey.
It's a very healthy dish because I'm a healthy kind of guy. Right, so we're going to give a shout out to everybody, really. Michelin, who gives us massive support. This is getting close, but very quickly, before we go into the last lap, thanks to Michelin. Thanks to Milwaukee, everybody, and all our class sponsors. This one brought to you by Moto Verde. We've got Liat, Oakley, We've got Moto Connection, Works Sports Insurance, Sintel, 7, RFX, Lifelines. We've got the Lifelines Fastest 40 coming up. So we've got the guys at Carbon Comps getting involved. Go and check them out if you want to buy a ticket to buy a brand new motorcycle or equipment. Guys at Pico sponsoring the Elite MX2 category. We've got the guys at Kex with the fastest lap. Planet Moto, first lap leader award. Ryan at Dirty doing our hard charger awards. The guys at Fly. I'm trying to get everybody in. Spiral, Bell. It just goes on. Basically, ASA, Scaffolding Services, all these people. And if I've missed somebody out, I apologise.
Oh, look, Sean Springer up the inside. Pushed it through. So Sean Springer up the inside, but they've both got to get round a Greedy. Greed is a significantly very difficult beast to overtake.
Yes, you have
they
to
know
treat
how
them,
to run a wide line.
You have to treat them with respect. You don't want to rile them. They end up stinging.
Yes, they do. They're we're talking about them like they're an animal, like an indigenous animal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get bit. You get bit. You have to sort of trick it.
So Josh is Springer's trying to make a move round the outside.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be doing too much of that. No, but Josh is he's sensible enough to know that he's not actually racing him. Like I saw him look over then, and I thought he was like, "Oh right, okay, you go then, you go." So Sean Springer, I think he's going to get this one, and they should be getting the last lap to go. Now Harry should have already got it, I think. No, so Harry's going through right now. So this will be one lap to go. I'm pretty sure when they go through. But Sean Springer, really impressed with how he's riding. Looks very good. Looks in good shape.
Well, just going back to, because we had a query about the points with Sean Springer and stuff. What I'm saying is, obviously, like when you initially enter as like sometimes as a wild card, you don't. Yeah, it's a complicated thing.
The pressure's not there, is it?
Well, yeah, there's that, but sometimes you've got like with championship and eligibility. Yes, you do score points, but Springer is currently 11th in the championship coming in. So he's basically last round took some championship points. So maybe obviously as a wild card you
was
do.
Was last round his first round?
Yeah, I thought
it was, wasn't it? I think it was. Because
I've never really worked out, sorry, with the points. That could be my bad, and apologies. I always thought if you were a wild card, you're not eligible to points. But that might not be the case, so my bad, sorry. I thought, you're meant to register as a competitor into the series, therefore your points. But I think you can, it looks like, enter each round as a wild card.
Yeah, but you wouldn't necessarily get a seat on the gate if the class was full.
That's what it means. So you do score points. So my apologies on that.
That's what you're running the risk of, isn't it?
Yeah, I just went back and checked all the results on that.
Dirty Harry is looking good, eh?
Yeah. Are we on the last lap? Times the laps?
We are on the last lap, yeah. So Harry looking good.
Are we though?
Yeah, we are. I saw the last lap board. I saw Barry there. So there we are. Scaffold by design. Kawasaki. George Boyce, obviously, behind that as well. Or his dad. And also supported by SM Pro, Off-Road World. A lot of people help Harry. He's a likeable guy. I think Michelin have stepped on board as well now. They're helping him properly.
Fair play. So we better go and chat to him at the end of this race. And is it my turn? Your
I think
turn?
It's your turn.
Is it? Okay, lost total track. It's a long day of racing. We end up talking to a lot of riders, about a lot of riders.
Please call him Dirty Harry.
Okay, I'll call him that. Call him that. Whatever you, within reason. There's it. Is that checkers?
There we are. Checkered flag for the number 4 of Harry Bradley. So let me just
go to a quick ad, and I'll go and speak to Harry Bradley.
We'll see you soon.
Julep, julep, julep.
Okay, here we are down in the winner's circle with Harry Bradley taking the MX1 win in that Moto Verde class. Harry, first and foremost, thanks for doing the onboard camera yesterday. The track looks, in some ways, better than it was when you went out and did that because we got more water down and the pros have now made good lines. Looks like you're enjoying that one.
Yeah, track is definitely better than yesterday.
there's more lines, like I say, a bit more moisture, so the wood chips kind of sank in a bit rather than just being dust berms. It's like rooted out, it's more technical, a bit slower, so I've enjoyed it more today.
You got another good start, and you led round the first lap, another Planet Moto point in that little quest, so you might end up going down and having a holiday down with those guys. Anybody you want to thank? Before we do that, Callum told me I've got to call you Dirty Harry. That's all he said to say, all right? So
I don't know where he got the nickname from, but yeah. Thanks to Swanee, it's been a good weekend with him and the boys. Design scaffolding, my dad, my girlfriend, Off-Road World, the boys at work. My mum might be watching from Singapore again, I'm not sure. But yeah, everyone, we're having an enjoyable year on my bike, so can't complain.
that's what it's all about. Keep up the good work. That's Harry Bradley, the winner in that second moto in the Moto Verde MX1 class. Right, here we are. Yeah, we're now in the winner's circle with the Moto Verde MX2 Moto 2 winner Sean Springer. Sean, I kind of got it wrong in the race there. I thought because you're a wild card, I wasn't sure you were scoring points, but you are. But you missed a lot of the early rounds. Just run us by again why you missed the early rounds. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Be honest, mate. My old bike blew up in the winter, and I couldn't really get the parts. But lucky, so I missed the first round. So then I obviously carried on the last 2 rounds. I won the ring. But I'd like to thank Jim Thorne. He's the one that bought me the bikes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here for sure. But yeah.
Brilliant. You know, there you are. And it just goes to show that's what we're on about. It's like amateur racing clubman. You know, it's an expensive sport, and you couldn't ride, but now you've got people backing you, and you're back, and you're up there winning. I mean, it must be great to be back. It's good to have you back.
Yeah. This is the best championship. I've raced a few of the other ones this year, but this is the best one. But yeah, I'm happy there. I got last at the gate, but I just kept on charging, and I got the win, so I got the overall, so I'm happy with that.
Well done, mate. It's good to have you back. There you go, Sean Springer. Hopefully now he's got a bike to race the entire series, and we'll see him at the remaining 2 rounds. Well done, Sean.